Exactly. But let's see. I've been like, people keep asking me what I'm doing like all week, and so I'm kind of like trying to figure out my weekly schedule. Because I always get really confused because people are like, hey, do you want to do this? Or what are you doing this time? And I'm like, I don't know, because every week fluctuates and it's really different. So hopefully the rest of the week continues to be kind of like that happy medium. Because I don't like being like overloaded, and I don't like being bored either. So.
Yeah. So it sounds like you're kind of trying to figure out like what your weekly schedule is going to be like each week.
Yeah, because each week, like, obviously my classes and stuff are the same, but my work schedule's like starting to change a little bit. Like the times that I go in, they've been the same for like pretty much since we opened, but they're starting to change now since I hired more people, and then intramurals are changing now, so trying to figure out what it's going to be like.
Yeah, so you finally got into a schedule, and now you're kind of having to get into a new one after you figured out like how your schedule is kind of going.
Yeah. It was this past weekend was really nice though, because since like August, since 4 open where I work, I've worked Wednesday night at 6, and then I've literally worked from Friday at 4 o'clock to like close, which is like 1, and then I don't get off till like 2 because I have to close down, and then I work a double Saturday, so from 10 in the morning to usually like 1 at night, and then I work on Sunday morning from 10 to 4. So I literally worked from Friday at 4 o'clock to Sunday at 4 o'clock for like 6 weeks, and so I like knew that. I kind of got used to it. At first it was like really tough, but then I got really used to that and knowing that. And last weekend was the first weekend where I didn't even work Friday, and then on Saturday I worked at night, and Sunday I worked at night. So I was like, break.
Yeah. So it sounds like your schedule started off super hectic, and then once you got a hang of it, then your schedule started to slow down, and now you're kind of like having to adjust to that.
Figuring out the pace of the game now. Trying to see how I can do it, especially with the end of the semester coming up with all the research papers. Kind of hope that like at least my weekend work schedule stays like. I mean, I need money, but I also need to do my research papers, so I'm okay with working a little bit less.
Yeah, so you're having to juggle between school and work, and you're trying to make money, and then you're also having to do good in school, so you're kind of having to juggle both of those.
Yeah. And school-wise, this semester's been really tough because I'm in 4 classes, and and I'm actually learning from one of them, and the other 3, like one of them is technical writing, which I think we have to take that class because it's stupid, it's required or something dumb like that. I don't know what the point of that is. And then my other 2 classes, we literally don't do or like learn anything. Like one of them is just going over articles and like learning what an article is, which is basically I don't know why that matters. It's not like I'm gonna be an article journalist. And then the other one is basically social psych, which is pretty much what I get out of it. It's pretty much just a more psychology standpoint of sociology, which I took last semester, and sociology is boring. And so we just don't do anything. Like it's not like we don't discuss in class. Like the teacher just talks the whole time. Or she'll talk and then she gets mad because no one replies to what she says because everybody else is kind of like, what is the purpose of this?
Yeah, so it sounds like you're kind of frustrated because nothing's really happening in your classes and you don't feel like you're learning anything.
Yeah, I feel like I'm at like a standstill, and it really sucks because last semester I had the best semester of school of like my life, like grade wise, and then also I just loved it. Like I've never liked school, but I loved last semester. So it's really hard to go from like I was super on top of things. I did really well in all my classes. Like they were all really fun. Like I learned so much. Like they were all discussion. To this semester where it's like I literally just like sit behind a computer and don't do like any brain stimulating things. So I already like kind of didn't really have motivation for this semester because summer happened so fast, and then putting the boring classes and like not learning. Like I understand classes are boring, like not everything's gonna be fun, but like we're literally not like learning anything. And I've talked to other classmates and they say the same thing. So putting that on top of like a lack of desire for school anyways just makes it 10 times worse.
Yeah, so it sounds like you're really discouraged and you just lack motivation at this point.
Yeah. big time, but it's starting to bite me in the butt right now since it's almost November, and so we have like 5 or 6 weeks or something like that left, and so I like looked at my classes and I'm like, oh shoot, I'm behind, and it's about to be, like I said, it's about to be like research paper time instead of just like little nitty gritty homework assignments here and there. So it'd be tough. I gotta kick it into gear no matter how unmotivated I am.
So it sounds like your lack of motivation is kind of starting to catch up with you in these last couple weeks.
Big time. Big time. It happened so fast. This semester went by really, really fast. Like, I looked at my phone today and it said, I think it's like 20, I don't remember. Yeah, it's like late, and I was like, oh my gosh. It's already like towards the end of October. That's terrifying.
Yeah. So it sounds like this semester has gone by super quick and you don't really know what to do now with the rest of it.
Yeah, because I mean, I always put things off because I'm a big procrastinator, but this semester has just gone by so fast, especially with how busy I've been, because like before this past weekend, I've probably had maybe like an hour of free time a day, maybe, and not even like sometimes I've even had that. So my days just are like I fly by them, and so obviously it makes like weeks go by really fast, and now it's like, oh my god, we're almost done with the semester. And then it's caught up because I've been like, oh yeah, I have plenty of time. Like that's not due till the end of, or that's not due till like the end of October, or like November, and it's barely, whenever it was like September, I'm fine. And now it's like, it's right here.
So it sounds like you're not motivated with school, but you're also overwhelmed that it's gone by so fast, and you were kind of overwhelmed, and you don't really know like what exactly to do since there's only a couple weeks left.
Yeah, I kind of feel blindsided, which I mean, it's like my fault too, because I haven't really been like paying attention, and I've been like just caught up in like other things and not giving like school the work that like I need to have been giving it, and like I said, procrastinating and stuff. But I do feel really blindsided about how fast time moves. You're not paying attention to it.
So you're kind of blaming yourself for the way you're performing in school right now and how fast it's going.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to blame somebody else, but it's all me. Like, I totally could have been doing like the stuff that I should have been doing all along, but I haven't. So I gotta pay for not paying attention to school. Then now I have to like buckle up and be like, I don't really. It doesn't really matter if I want to do it or not. Like I said, I have to. I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice to procrastinate anymore.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you're taking responsibility for what's going on and for your lack of being motivated through the semester.
Yeah. I mean, at first I was kind of like, I tried to blame it on like teachers or something for assigning so many things. Like, teachers usually assign things like without, I don't know if they know it or not, but like on the same day. So like trying to be like, oh my gosh, I have this and this and this, and then you assign this. Like, how am I supposed to do that? But at the end of the day, like I said, it's my choice to do it or not.
So it almost sounds like you're angry, or you're a little like frustrated with your teachers for constantly assigning things like all at once.
Yeah, it gets frustrating. To me, it's really frustrating when teachers assign things like constantly, like whenever you have something to do, like even especially multiple things due like each week in class. It's like, look, I don't like, your class isn't the only class I have. Why do we have to do so many things? Like, I don't know, I don't understand why teachers just don't want to have like more discussion and get all that stuff done in class. Because teachers will be like, oh yeah, write a journal entry about this topic. It's like, why can't we just talk about that in class? Why do I have to write it, like, why assigning that much more? Like, you can get so much more out of it if there's a discussion in class, because everybody like feeds off of each other, than you having to read and grade 15 other people's 3-page journals. I don't know. I just think there's more efficient ways, and so that I've been really like upset with things like that. And I've talked to like this teacher I'm talking about, like specific or thinking about in my head. I've talked to her specifically like multiple times and been like, listen, like our whole class, like I've talked to most of our class and they learn this way and you're not doing it. So I don't know, like, cause she gets mad at us, like every class that we have. Why aren't y'all talking back? Like, why am I always the only one talking? Why am I the only one giving feedback? I'm like, I've told her like multiple times. I'm like, because literally no one is learning the way that you're trying to teach, and no one's getting it out of like getting anything out of it. So instead of like trying to shove your teaching strategies down our throats, why don't you like adapt more and like we could understand this better instead of being like, oh, you're late on this or you're missing this homework assignment or remember that you have this to do. We can just knock it out together like in a class.
Yeah. So you're frustrated and you're annoyed with your teachers and how they're teaching, and it almost sounds like you've already dismissed the semester and you've already just kind of like given up.
Yeah, that's how I've been, especially that's how I've pretty much been up to like honestly kind of now, like yesterday and today. I was realizing, because I put it off and blamed them and like dismissed them a lot, and then yesterday I was like sitting down looking at homework I had and like doing homework, and I was like, oh my god, I can't do this anymore. Like I can't dismiss it. Like even if I'm dismissed, like I still have to do the work for the class and I still have to pass the class if I want to like graduate college and not stay here forever. So
well, it seems like this whole session you have expressed that you were annoyed and you're frustrated with how things are going with school and you lack motivation and you've just gotten really discouraged from the way things have been going this semester. We are about out of time, so yeah. What?
Keep going.
We can talk about this next time.
It's at like 12 minutes.
What?
It's at 12 minutes.
Oh, she has like a minute left.
Well, I know I accidentally paused and kept going. Sorry, just keep going. Just like reply back to her summary.
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, this semester I have gone through like a entourage, I don't even know if that's the right word, entourage of like feelings, especially just towards like one subject in school is probably not the right thing, but like just a lot, and a lot of like negative, which kind of sucks because it was really, like I was like saying earlier, last semester was so awesome like school wise, and so that also just really like sucked from the get-go, like coming in like the first few weeks I was like, oh man, like I'm not doing anything this semester, so going through all those like struggles of like trying to stay encouraged and stay present in school even though I don't want to, and it just bit me in the butt because I dismissed it totally, and now I'm just screwed myself over.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it sounds like you have kind of embraced the fact that you don't really have any more motivation left for this semester and you're discouraged, but you also have taken responsibility and you're kind of looking at the positive side and saying, you know what, like, yeah, I didn't have motivation for this semester, but, you know, I'm going to take responsibility for this and I'm going to, you know, finish through the semester, so it sounds like you have a positive attitude towards it.
Yeah, that is true. Kind of turn everything, turn all the negative into positive, into something useful. So yeah, that's true. I can't let it like cripple me anymore. I gotta turn around and see what I can do from it. So yeah, that's helpful.
Yeah.
That's a helpful thing to realize.
Are we done now?
You got like 15 seconds.
Oh, well, you can end it.
Okay.